Hey, GutFoxx here. Today we're going to go through our gold studs on offense, which continues our series of budget players. You can find my gold studs on defense earlier in the week and silver studs by searching in the Googles. Alright, so the sponsor today is when you stay up to watch a clock on daylight savings, you Red Auerbach. Alright, like I said in my last video, gold studs will be added each week, so this list will change through promotions like Football Outsiders and Team of the Week, amongst many others. So this list could look very different in February. But anyways, I'm going to try and give you the best options at each position for different styles of gameplay, whether that is run heavier pass, 3-4, 4-3, a mobile quarterback, or a pocket passer, and various other styles. And before I go forward, I want to say thank you to Mutthead for having all of these stats. And I'm not sure I want to maximize my style bonuses yet, as those styles over 90 get +5 to certain stats, which is quite impressive. But if I do, I might get that to defense because with a gold squad, I can't take the squad over 85 to get 2 style bonuses anyways. Without further ado, go to quarterbacks. So for pocket passer, there are a few different players you want depending on your play style. But there isn't much more important for that play style of a pocket passer than throw power. Because when you're in the pocket and looking at routes between zones, every moment is important once you decide to throw the ball. Don't let the defenders have any more time than necessary to defend the pass. But if you're that kind of guy that likes to throw between zones in the middle of field, I think you should get Matt Stafford here. Because his middle accuracy is good, and that's where a lot of your throws will take place when you need to thread the ball. Joe Flacco is another good candidate if you like to throw the ball a little deeper due to his accuracy. They both have cannon arms. If you primarily throw short routes, I'd say get a mobile quarterback. But for a pocket passer, go with Phillip Rivers because his play action is so high, and you can fool linebackers into biting on it easier if you like to call the play action. But mobile quarterbacks, the best compromise for throw short and medium, I'd go with 76 overall Marcus Mariota, or Mariotto as the commissioner says. 88 speed, 90 acceleration, 90 throw power, 90 throw short, 91 throw medium. Great stats there. But don't chuck it deep with him or take a hit from a defender due to the 71 throw deep and 54 carrying. If you want someone with better carrying and throw power, there's 84 overall Cam Newton. Unfortunately, his accuracy stats aren't that good, so stick with Mariota if you want a running quarterback. For running backs, I think you should always have Dre Archer in your squad as a back to run the tosses near the sidelines, so that way when he gets hit sticked, the ball will fly out of bounds. But 75 overall, Jerick McKinnon can be your number 1 running back. 94 speed, 88 elusiveness, and 93 carrying. That's what you need out of your number 1. 84 overall, LaShawn McCoy is interesting due to his 99 agility, but he's pushing the envelope for budget as he's over 9K on the Xbox One and a little higher on the other consoles. But and that's why you won't hear me recommending 74 golds and under. Because they are rare due to the way packs are set up and the sets that require them being expensive puts them into that category. Another rotation stud, getting back to the halfbacks, would be Todd Gurley, 77 overall, 91 speed, 91 truck, 91 carrying, and all-around solid other stats. He's basically the poor man's Adrian Peterson. Your short yardage back should be 79 overall LeGarrette Blount to use a fullback dive or goal line work, 250 pounds with 96 trucking. Your receiving back could be 77 Reggie Bush or 78 Shane Vereen. Those are your guys there. Get whatever is cheaper. And if that guy drops some balls for you, quick sell him and buy the other. Fullback. I use them primarily for blocking and sub in my receiving halfback or tight end when I want to catch passes. Since all of the run blocking fullbacks are expensive, I suggest going with a tight end and putting them there. Ben Hartsock and Lee Smith are very good, but they are slow for those tosses that I like to run. Craig Stevens is your best bet here. But remember Hartsock and Smith. I'll reference them in a little bit. Tight ends. There are 2 types, receiving and blocking. Receiving, I like a guy that is fast with high route running, and obviously that has good hands. Back to the fullback. When you're trying to run dives, fullback dives, you could just put in LeGarrette Blount for that section. But back to the tight ends. Being tall doesn't hurt as a tight end. The best receiving tight end is Jordan Cameron, who has it all. High route running, good hands, and tall. But take a second look at Tyler Eifert because his catching traffic is good at 90. So if you find your tight end gets hit a lot as he catches the ball, say he's going across the middle in like a trail route or something, and needs to take a linebacker hit and hold on, Eifert might be your guy. But your blocking tight ends, remember what I said about Ben Hartsock and Lee Smith? Get them to block. But to get the best run blockers at tight end, you want tackles there that you can sub in there at tight end. So you can use those tight ends, Hartsock and Smith, out at wide receiver to block for you. The tackles that you want there for run downs, King Dunlop, 81 overall, who has 94 strength and 96 run block. The other tackle is Greg Robinson, who I know is a 73 overall, but he's cheap. For low overall gold, he has 96 strength, 90 run block, and 85 acceleration and 75 speed. But if you want a mix of all these guys, say you don't want to do sub so much, jack of all trades is Delanie Walker. He could run block at 81. He can catch a little, decent route running for a gold tight end, and his decent speed at 85. He's short though, so he can't go up and get the ball like a tall tight end could. But he's a good guy if you want to sub out for those wide receivers on runs too, if you got a tackle there. Take that into effect. Left tackle. Move on to the big uglies, like yo mama. Luckily, EA made linemen smarter this year. But I base my offense around running the ball, so we'll start there. I don't pull my tackles like I did a little in 15 on counters because they don't seem to be as effective this year. So we will throw impact block out the window for tackles. I look first at strength them, then run block, pass block, and end up with awareness and speed stats. But more than any other position, left tackle needs to be well balanced for the opponents they're facing. My guy at this position, for my gold stud, 90 strength, Taylor Lewan. 91 run block, 84 pass block, 85 acceleration, 76 speed, which is really good for left tackle. His biggest problem is his low awareness, but I'll see how much that affects his output. Pass blocker, if you run a pass-first scheme, you should get Trent Williams. 74 speed, 80 acceleration, 91 strength, 91 pass block, 82 awareness. At left guard, you have to decide if you want a puller or a straight-ahead grinder here. Both inside and outside runs are valuable this year. Gabe Jackson, 77 overall, is a great straight-ahead grinder. Just a piece of machine there. But Ronald Leary might be the best run blocking, both straight ahead and pulling guard you can get. 95 run block, 89 impact, and 88 strength, along with an average about speed at 63 and 76 acceleration. So okay. But the guard I'm going to get is Orlando Franklin, 84 overall. It was a tough decision between him and Kelechi Osamili, but I'm going with the guy who has a higher strength, speed, and acceleration. He has a lower impact block, which hurts, but unfortunately nothing is cut and dried better when you're looking at guys who are on the same overall, especially for guards when they have few stats to differentiate them. But if you're pass first offense, I'd still use Orlando Franklin. Got good pass block and speed and stuff. Center, I don't pull my center except on screens, which are powerful, don't get me wrong. So speed is needed but not high on the list of needs like it is for guards. I want a strong center to deal with defensive tackles too. I really like Cory Lindsey, but I'm concerned about the awareness. I might just take him and see if screens start to suffer with his low awareness though. Cory Lindsey also has the second highest pass block of gold center, so stick with him in that scheme too. Right guard, I'm going to use Alex Boone, 83 overall. He's awesome. 90 strength, 93 impact block with 85 awareness. He's not that fast and has low stamina, but it'll have to do, pig. If you can go out and get Brandon Brooks, do it. He's 85 and looks great, with the exception being stamina. If you pass first, get David DeCastro's 84 Football Outsiders version. 96 strength, 91 pass block, but his awareness is a little low at 78. They did that a little dirty. At right tackle, I like a mauler, a bear. That bear is Phil Loldholt for me, 82 overall. That is, he will be my guy until I see him get beat around the edge in pass rushing situations and need to invest in a faster tackle that can get back off the line. But he's got 95 strength, 92 run block, 85 aware, and does have 81 acceleration. His pass block's only 80 though, so we'll see if that's a big problem. For a pass blocking right tackle, get Lane Johnson. Although his stats aren't that amazing like Zach Strafe, he doesn't have the debilitating problem of being slower than a snail. Lane has 80 speed and 87 acceleration compared to Streif's 54 speed and 70 acceleration. I think Streif would be beat around the edge too often, so I can't take him. Lane Johnson only has 87 pass block and 86 strength, but he does have that 92 run block and 89 impact block, which makes him a good balanced right tackle. There just aren't that many fast pass blocking right tackles that are any good in the game right now at gold. So for wide receivers, the money men. If you're a run first scheme, you probably want to sub in a tight end for the wide receiver, like I mentioned earlier, in the direction you're running the play, or maybe both sides to balance it out nicely in case you have to flip the play. But if you don't want to do that, your number 1, 2, and 3 wide receivers should have excellent run blocking. The guys you want are Anquan Boldin, Michael Floyd, and Dante Moncrief. Alshon Jeffrey is also another solid choice. I would suggest having James Jones, Team of the Week, or Mike Evans on your team as a player that can beat man press coverage. Mike Evans would be good to beat the coverage, then go deep for the jump ball because he's 6'5". That James Jones, 83 overall, also has amazing catch in traffic at 96, so he can be your possession guy to catch third down passes if your tight end is being used effectively by the opponent. If you like to run wide receiver screens or just want a shifty wide receiver to catch the ball short and run well through the defense, juking and spinning out defensive backs like MC Hammer, not being able to touch this, get Tavon Austin, 75 overall. He's got 95 speed, 98 agility, 94 elusiveness, 94 spin, 97 juke move. He's also a good kick returner for when you need that. But if you want the Madden 16 cheat code at wide receiver, get Brashad Perriman. Many offenses right now are based around sending him deep and having him outrun the defense. He's very expensive, though, because of his effectiveness. But if you want a pass-first offense, do you throw it down the field in the middle or short? Or a mix? Keenan Allen has 95 route running. I wish it was 96 because of the feet chop on post routes, but it's still amazing. Maybe look at him for a precise middle passing game. Match him up with Stafford there to throw between zones. Because you will know where Keenan Allen is and where he will be. Martavius Bryant offers a nice blend of height and speed, 6'4" with 91 speed. Okay catching stats on him too. Well, those are my gold studs for offense. Please let me know if you have any. Put it in the comments. Thanks for watching. Call to action. I will see you tomorrow.